Yo, what up, YouTube? This your boy Food Junkie, and I'm coming at you on my way back to work, basically. I just want to talk to you guys about what's going on. You know how we do it on my way to work. I am in my tank top because, first of all, it's hot outside. As y'all know, I don't do heat, and I don't do sweat. I don't do being hot. Actually, I don't do it because I have really, really sensitive skin, and as you can see about right here, there's a little heat rash, irritation right there. So, took off my necklace, took off, the jewelry that I wear on my neck. I don't want anything, pretty much. Get your ass off the street, you ugly bastard. I love kids, I swear I do. But, yeah. So, I took off wearing just my tank top because I don't want anything to irritate this rash or this little heat situation right here on my neck while I am driving and before I get to work. So I get some real air conditioning. Anyway, so this morning while I was at work, I was looking at Johnny Max 365 Live, and he had something really, really interesting that he was talking about. Something very prevalent, very instrumental to what's going on right now on these YouTube streets. I know a lot of people I watch because I want to be entertained, I want to laugh, I want to joke, I want to, be entertained. But sometimes I watch it to be informed as well. Not really informed, like as if I don't know what's going on or anything like that, or not being informed while I don't understand what's going on or I don't comprehend what's going on, but just to be informed in general. And that's what his video was today, his morning video, his Wednesday work, I think he called it. It was really informative. But it touched on a lot of things that I think anyway. It touched on a lot of things that I talk about, think about, and how I live my life anyway. What the fuck you doing? Stupid. Talking and communicating for understanding. Being your best self, so therefore you can allow and demand the best from others, basically. And I thought about that, whatever, and I've done several videos about that. I've been really adamant about being my best self, so in order for me to, be the best me possible, living my best life, asking questions, seeking understanding, asking questions, seeking, things like that. But what really is prevalent is that while I do all those things, while I do ask questions for understanding, while I do ask questions seeking understanding and comprehension, making sure that I am very clear and very concise about what I say and how I am as a person, I try to also not be so staunch in that, living myself and being my best self. Sometimes people are so serious and take themselves so seriously that they become boring, that they become a burden, that they become, this individual that no one wants to be around. People are afraid to talk to them because they feel that, you are, or you think that you are above where they think they are, or they think that you feel that you are somehow better than them, and that's not the case at all. So that's why I try to really live my life the best way that I know how to live my life and be the best person that I'm meant to be. But at the same time, I always try to laugh, I always try to have levity, I always try to be honest with myself first and foremost, which allows me to be honest with everyone else, especially you, my subscribers and people that watch my videos. I want you guys to understand that, when I say that I am a complete human being, I truly do mean that. I encompasses everything. I encompass the good, the bad, and the indifferent. And I embrace all those things about myself because, that what makes me me. That what makes you love me. That what makes you dislike me. That makes you whatever your emotions are toward me. That what makes that actual aspect of who I am me. And so when Johnny was saying stuff like that, it was something that I actually related to because it was something that I say all the time to myself and about myself. I try to make sure that I don't leave a situation, with the would've, could've, should've. Oh, I should have said this. Oh, I should have done this. Oh, I could have done this, or whatever. If it's the right decision, that I think it's the right decision for me, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to live in it. And whatever consequences that may happen from that, that what makes me an adult and a man, that I will actually do that. I will actually be able to handle those consequences and be okay with whatever consequences they may come. Not saying I don't want to be this individual that, why y'all running red lights? Come on, people, idiots. I don't want to be the individual that constantly have to apologize for what I do or for what I say, or how I do something, or how I say something, or how I feel. That's why I say also, I don't accept apologies, because your first thought, your first mind, your first words are the words that you actually mean. And if you're not mature enough or adult enough to take a step back before you speak, or take a step back before you react, then you're just giving me your true emotions, your true thoughts, your true feelings. And that's okay. It's okay to have those thoughts and feelings, well, whatever. Because I'm going to have my true thoughts and emotions and feelings, but I'm adult enough to be able to say it and try to describe it in a way that is not so offensive. Not saying I don't want to offend you, because when I want to offend you, you will be offended. You know, I know what I'm doing at all times. I know what I'm saying at all times. But if you're just so sensitive to where everything that someone says to you, you take personally, I can't help that. That's not my issue. That's not my burden to bear. That's not my responsibility as another adult to make sure that another adult is okay with what I say or how I say it. Only thing that I can control, excuse me, really and truly is what I say and how I deliver it. Now, your response to how you receive it is up to you. Your response and how you actually manifest that into your life, or take that into your person, it's up to you. I can't control that. All I can control is what I say and the words that I use. You know, and I know that truly, honestly, my intent is never truly malicious until it is, and then you will know that it's malicious because you have done something to me. Now, I know people on here think that sometimes I'm a little harsh on a couple individuals. I'm a little harsh, I'm a little critical on a couple of individuals. And I am. You know, I can't lie and say I'm not. I am, but I'm that way because the individuals that I am so critical about and so harsh on is because they have a facade up as if they are not who they are, and as if that they can be seen, as if I don't see them, or as we as a collective don't see them. Now, I understand that a large group of people choosing not to take them for what they are, or for who they are, because they think that the common enemy they have amongst each other is more important to take down than actually believing who someone is once they show it to you. My thing is, I see you for who you are, so therefore I'm going to call you out on that when you try to make me believe that you're not what I see. So basically, it's for me that you're trying to play with me. You're trying to say that I am not observant enough. I don't see well enough, even with these glasses on, that I don't see what you're doing. I don't see what you have done. I don't see what I'm saying, who you are, who you truly are. And the facade that you're trying to show me is not true. So basically, you're trying to say that I'm the crazy one in the situation. You're trying to say that I'm the one who don't have the good sense that God gave me in order for me to decipher what it is that you're doing. And I can't allow that. I can't allow someone to make me feel that way, or, you know what I'm saying, try to treat me that way. I always say people treat you the way you allow them to treat you. And I'm not going to allow anyone ever to treat me in a way that I am feeling disrespected or uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. You know, and when people choose to attack for the purpose of taking down someone that may disagree with them or may have seen them in a light that they don't want to be seen in, to me that is ridiculous. To me that's weak. That is sorry. You know what I'm saying? That is something that you do because you're hiding something. And when someone put a light on it, you want to try to discredit them so people can stop looking at you and then go back to them, which basically is you're deflecting attention based on your bad behavior. And unfortunately, I'm the type of person that I don't like that. I don't do that. And if I'm involved in something, well, it's not. I want it to be in its purest form. Not saying there won't be mess, there won't be disagreements, there won't be, you know, people not getting along, because that's bound to happen amongst adults or just human beings in this world. You're not going to like everyone that you come across, but you can be respectful of everyone that you come across. You can deal with people on a level to where you're not trying to belittle them or talk down to them or throw dirt on their name in any way, shape, or form. You can always be with someone that you don't always necessarily agree with, and learn something from that person, either what to do or what not to do. And that's what I try to live, how I try to live my life. You know, I may not always say it in the most eloquent way. I may not always act in the most eloquent and mature manner, but I can truly say that to know me is to know that there's no malicious intent in anything that I say and do. I have an offbeat sense of humor. I laugh at everything, even things that people may not laugh at or find funny. But that's just who I am, you know. I find humor in stuff that people may not find humor in. I find solace in things people may not find solace in, you know. And that doesn't make me right, it doesn't make me wrong, it just makes me me. And I think that a lot of people don't choose to show you who they are. They choose to keep on telling you something about themselves, but their actions doesn't match up to who they say they are. What they've done previously, what they've done in the past, doesn't match up who they say they are today. And I understand people do change. Things change all the time. We are ever evolving individuals. We are ever evolving creatures. So we're not going to be the same today as we were yesterday if we have grown. But at the same time, if you have grown, grow. Show the growth. If you have grown, show us that you have grown. Don't continue to do the same things over and over and over again and say, well, treat me differently. Well, act differently and I will treat you differently. But when you act the same, I'm going to treat you the way you act. I'm going to call you out on the hypocrisy that you do, because that's just who I am as an individual. This channel is largely based on hypocritical people and hypocritical things. I don't always mention names in my videos because sometimes, like I said, the names are not important. It's the actions and the behavior of the individual and the situation itself that is important. Like, you can interject any name into a situation and it will make sense. I make a couple of videos where it's not about, you know, saying some things and situations where it's not, and that can be related to at least a dozen individuals that's in this sector alone that we all watch, that we all probably are subscribed to or have seen videos of. You know, so it's not always about the individual itself, it's about the situation. And I want to point out the situation and the hypocrisy of a situation. You know, and I may use a specific individual as an example of that, but at the same time, it may not always necessarily be solely about that particular individual. So you just see those chafing my skin. That's why I keep messing with it, trying to make sure that it's not touching my skin too much. You know, so that's what I just want to let that be known, and that, just let Johnny Mac know that what he said was really instrumental in basically how I always have lived my life and what I always have done with my channel. You know, my channel is not necessarily, it is a feel-good channel. Like I said, this is definitely a safe place. This is a place that I want people to come and crave and want to enjoy themselves and things like that. But at the same time, you have to be ready for some hard truths. You have to be ready for some honest truths. You have to be ready for honesty. You got to have integrity while it's not. Because if I see something different than what you're saying, I'm going to ask you and call you out on it, you know, and not in a bad way to where I'm pointing a finger at you. It's not. But I want to make sure that I have a clear understanding of who it is that you are and who it is that I'm surrounding myself with. And I understand that that's not for everybody. I know that people don't like mirrors being held up against them. People don't like seeing themselves in mirrors all the time. Was not, especially when the ugly underbelly of who you are is being shown. So I understand that, and I understand that's why people may have subscribed to me thinking that it's going to be one thing, and then when they really realize, see who I am and what I'm about and what the channel is about, they unsubscribe. I get that. I really do. I like to thank the ones who choose to stay with me, knowing that, you know, I'm going to give you real honesty, I'm going to give you integrity, I'm going to give you truth as I see it, and truth as I try to deliver it. It's not going to be some always fluff piece. It's not going to be always some harsh, hard piece, whatever it's going to be. Well, it's always going to be hard, man. It's always going to be hard. But I'm so silly. See, y'all know who I am. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I do over here. You know, but it's going to be truth. It's going to be honesty. It's going to be full of integrity. It's going to be, when I tell a story or recap a story, it's going to be, you know, as close to the truth as I know it to be, given all the information that I have. And like I said, I've done this several times before, where there have been people in my life where I've heard a story, I had questions about it, and I asked questions about that story that I heard. Not trying to call them out, not trying to put them on blast, but just to get clarification and understanding. You know, I speak in seeking truth. I really do. That's how I live my life. You know, I think that when you seek truth, you bring in choices into your life, into a situation. And if given all the choices that you have, would you still make the same decisions that you have made? Knowing everything that you know now, some of the decisions that you made previously, would you still make those same decisions? And that's how I live my life. So that's why I try to get as much information as possible when I'm speaking of something, or speaking to someone, or speaking of something, to where if giving all the information that I have, giving all the truth that I know it to be, will I continue to make the same decisions? Will I continue to respond and behave the same way? And not saying that response or that behavior is going to fit everyone else's criteria of what I should do or what I think I have to do. But it's just me living my best life, living my truth, being the best person that I am meant to be, being honest enough with myself to where I can bring you honesty, where I can bring you forthright, where I can bring you information that I know in a manner in which I know it to be. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Yeah, I just want people to realize that, you know, even the stuff that's going on in the past couple of days on this YouTube streets, in this sector, from people feeling like they're being misused, from people feeling like they've been taken advantage of, from people taking advantage of you, for people, you know, hiding who they are, trying to hide around cameras while it's not, hiding their motives or why they have done things or why they do things or why they choose to attack one certain person while it's not, when you're surrounding yourself by a den of inequity, basically, of people who don't like this individual. You know, it's all coming to fruition. Oh, so you made this video months ago about this individual that you don't know because, oh, you was a moderator for this individual who don't like him, or you was a moderator for this individual who don't like him, and you was part of this group that don't like him. Okay, so now it's found out that you are actually part of that group, or you were part of that group. You're still tight within that group. Okay, now everything's starting to make sense. While you were friends 1 minute with one individual or it's not, and all of a sudden something happens that you feel inferior to the individual, so now you're going against them with this group that don't like them. Okay, that makes sense. You know, and it does not that I fault you, because I really don't care enough about you as now, but now you're showing us who you are now. Now you're showing us what you're about, where your integrity level lies, and things of that nature. You know, it's not about that. You know, once again, I must say this again. I may say this several times throughout this video. The enemy of your enemy is not your friend. You see how they move. You see what they do. You see what they say. You see how they get down for no reason whatsoever in order just to cause chaos. What makes you think that if you don't continue to do what they want you to do, how you want them to do it, they're not going to do the same thing to you? Look at what happened in D.C. People on vacation, they need to get up at a certain time where you think is right because you think that you pay for something, so therefore they need to follow your rules. If not, you're going to disown them and talk about them badly. And those are the people closest to you in your circle. So imagine someone on the outside looking in, how you're going to treat them. If you're treating people like that closest to your circle, you have no loyalty to anyone but yourself. As long as you get what you want, you're fine. Once things don't go your way or as planned as you have it, you start to show your ass. If y'all don't see that, y'all have the issues, not them. They only treat you the way you want them to treat you. People only act toward you the way you allow them to act toward you. That's why I go hard the first time. And I go hard once and once only. Because you're not going to get more than one chance to treat me like shit. You're not going to get more than one chance to talk about me and put me into some bullshit that I don't want to be a part of. I'm going to check you. I'm going to make sure that you understand that you've been checked. And if you want to keep on doing this, we can have a face-to-face conversation. And I guarantee you at that point, you will understand to leave me alone. It's point blank period. Like, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a mean person. I'm not an evil person. Well, it's not. But I'm a very straightforward person. I don't have time to sit here and play these childish games with people. If someone asks you to leave them alone, leave them alone. I always say people tell you and show you who they are. I'm telling you who I am. I'm showing you who I am. I am a man of his word. Now leave me the fuck alone. If you want to go there with me, was not, we're going to go there. And I guarantee you, it will be you every time before it's ever me. I promise you that. You know, and it's not a threat, it's not a promise, it's just me telling you who I am. I know what I can do, I know what I have done, I know what I will do in order to protect me and mine, and the people that are closest to me. This is not a call for people to come close to me, well, it's not just to get protection from me. I definitely see what you don't want me to see. I definitely hear what you don't want me to hear. Just be yourself. And from that point on, I have the decision to either be part of you or have you part of my life or not. Just so happened I have made connections with people that I find have integrity. Just so be it that I have found a connection with people on this YouTube thing that seem to have genuine motives, good motives, to watch each other grow and mature and nourish and be nourished by each other. That's a good thing. There's nothing bad about that whatsoever. You don't have to like it or understand it. But someone who is about bullshit and malicious intent would not understand it. Someone that's about nonsense and trying to use people for what they can get from them will not understand it. You know? So I just want people to understand. Be your best self. Show us who you are. And from that point on, you know, it's up to us to either take you to the fold, or for me, I should say, to take you into my fold or not, or become one part of the fold or not. But at the same time, don't be offended if you do something that's fucked up and I call you out on it, or I ask you about it. It doesn't always have to be online. It doesn't always have to be in front of a camera. It can be face to face. It can be, you know what I'm saying, through an email. It can be through a phone call or through a text message. But don't get offended when you do something messed up and I say, hey, that was messed up. Don't get all of your fifis when I say, hold up, whoa, you did this. That's not right. Don't be all of your fifis when you think that you are this person of high integrity when you're showing and you're proving that you're not. And I call you out on it, or I ask you about it. Because you think that you're going to cuss me out and make me feel less than? That won't happen. I promise you that. You know, and that's just for anyone. You know, people that I like and people that I really don't fool with too much. You know, I'm going to be my best self at all times. I'm going to present you with who I am at all times. It's either up to you to agree to be part of it or not. Either way, guess what? Food Junkie is going to be okay. I was okay before I started a channel. I'll be okay if I decide to delete a channel. You know, like I said, I came to you guys on this YouTube thing as a full-fledged human being, as a grown-ass man. And I'm going to always maintain that, you know, while I'm on this YouTube thing. It's not going to be this wavering back and forth and not being able to make a decision on my own. Everything that I make, everything that I say will be based on what I know the right thing to be. Everything that I do will be based on me knowing what the right thing is for me. And when it enhances the group or enhances the fold, it will. And if it doesn't, you know, I just, you know what I'm saying, will have to deal with that if it ever comes. But like I said, I have no intentions or no malicious motives in anything that I do or say. So I don't see why anything that I would do or say will ever hurt anyone. You know? So yeah. I just want to once again thank Johnny Mac 365, you know, for your words today on your Wednesday Wisdom or Wednesday Word. I'm sorry, I forget what it's called. But yeah, I just want to thank you for that, because, you know, it really did just put his claws in my soul, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, that's how I live my life. I always try to be the best person I was meant to be. I always encourage others to be the best people they were meant to be. There's nothing like having a group of positive energy around you, lifting you up, helping you grow, watching you grow, you learning from each other. You know what I'm saying? Because not everyone has all the answers. And when you're open to receive answers from other people in a positive way, you will grow faster. and further than you ever thought you would grow. You know, and I don't say that to say that I need people to lift me up, because I don't. But it's nice to have a person there in order for you to grow and reach your fullest potential. Because no one's an island. No one does it by themselves. No one ever does it by themselves. There's groups all over the place, in the real world and in the virtual world, that help each other grow. People have teams in their life that help them be their best people. Do you think a celebrity make it to their fullest potential based on just their talent? Talent is a very small part of you reaching your fullest potential. You also got to look at, you know, the people around you, your management team, your accounting team, you know, your creative team. All those things are needed in order for you to reach your best and be the best person you were meant to be. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to come to you and talk to you for a little bit about that. That's my little workday rant for today. But as I always say, love yourself. Love someone else. Respect yourself. And respect someone else. Until next time, this is Food Junkie, and I'm out. Hope you got your bellies full today, my foodies. Love you guys. Peace.